Namaste, beings of light. And I did say beings of light, even though I know we're human beings, but we're actually spiritual beings having a human experience. And so my name is Dana, and I just wanted to give y'all just a little quick exercise that you could use. So I've been wanting to share this with people who are ready, willing, and open to it. It's very basic and I think fairly simple. So one of the things I've discovered in my life, and I discovered for many years, about 25 years after I left the corporate world, I was hurting pretty bad, especially finances, with money. I had many issues with money. I say had because I don't anymore. I've done quite a bit of work on it, and it actually has paid off. It really does. So, like Byron Katie says, you got to do the work. And so the exercise I want to give you, well, first, let me share with you the reason I want to share the exercise. One of the things I've discovered, and this can relate to almost everything in our life, and specifically it can relate to uh, very important things, of course, relationships, health, money, um, and what the Ascended Masters call supply, which means supply can include anything from a pair of socks, underwear, clothing, food, shelter, transportation, and all the things we take for granted. Those are all things that are supply. And once you understand that all of those things, all of that supply, is all coming from the same place, it's all coming from source. Of course, most of us have jobs. Some of us may have retirement funds or trust fund. Some of the more fortunate ones have trust funds, and of course that wasn't by accident. They created that. So congratulations to you. You deserve it. And all the money that all of you are receiving, some of you, you all deserve it, but some of you may be working a 9-to-5 job, which is not the ideal situation. So here's something that I want to share with you. Whenever you think of, say, a relationship or something you want, and like I said, it could be any number of things. It could even be a new relationship. That is also considered companionship, which falls under, you could say, supply, but let's define it down to basic needs, food, clothing, shelter, money. So whenever you have a thought that you don't have enough, that basically comes from a thought of lack and limitation. And I don't like to use those words. However, it really is the idea that we're holding in our mind. So remember, think about this. It is coming from your mind. It's not coming from your higher self, because if it was coming from your higher self, then you wouldn't have an issue with it, because the higher self only thinks thoughts of infinite supply, because it actually is infinite supply. I know that's not easy to comprehend. However, it is true. The supply that the universe has. Well, think about all the money that's all around just on this planet alone. The Taj Mahal, Washington, D.C., the sanctuary in Utah for the not the Jehovah's, but the Mormons. The sanctuary there, the monastery is just fantastic, beautiful. And of course, like I said, there's the Taj Mahal, Washington, D.C. These are just some really, just a few examples of the wealth that's on this planet, and all the money that is actually transferred every day. There's trillions of dollars transferred electronically on the computers every day. So if you can relate, think about that in terms of money or any kind of supply, you can begin to understand that there's no insufficiency. Insufficiency is also an illusion, and so is lack or limitation. There really is an infinite supply of everything, but we have to tap into it. We have to know that it's possible, and know that it's there, and that we deserve it. So when you have that idea or you have that thought, and you think of yourself as an individual physical body, like, you think about your body and it's solid, and it seems like it's singular, and that's all there is to it. However, the human body is actually 99.999% empty space. So I'm giving you some ideas to expand your consciousness and expand your awareness of who you really are. You may have heard this before, or maybe you haven't. I have experienced, you know, I've had experiences of being beyond the body, and some of you have already had that experience yourself, but some of you may have not. So I want to give you this example again. So if you have a thought of lack or limitation, you think of yourself as an individual, just a physical body, physical being, bones, flesh and blood, all that stuff. Immediately turn that around, and I'm just going to show you this flashlight. So you see that? I don't want to, cause too much brightness to anybody. So that's all that's all you really need to see. So think of yourself as that light. Imagine that light being inside of you and exploding outside of your body. So the light like that begins inside. That's why they say go within. So imagine a light, something similar to that, inside your body. It could be in your heart, your solar plexus, in your mind, your third eye, anywhere. Imagine that light. It could be very small at first. Imagine a light, however you see it, maybe outside, bring it inside, and then allow it to expand and grow and grow and grow to the point it's actually radiating outside of your body and going into the environment around you. Basically, it's going to go out and out and out, and it can go into infinity. So that really is the practice. That's all there is to it. Again, imagine this light being inside of you, and then imagine the light radiating like a sun, radiating your whole body. So your whole body actually becomes like a sun, because that's what we really are. We are the Son of God, the S-U-N, the S-O-N, the Son of God. We are sons and daughters of God. So really we are like a mini universe. So this will help you to expand your awareness, expand your consciousness, and move away from lack and limitation. You got to practice it, and also when you look at someone else, when you imagine anyone else in your environment, another human body, it could be somebody that's 400 pounds or somebody that's 99 pounds. Imagine them as the same thing, as a being of light. They are light beings, beings of light, as you are and I am. We are all beings of light. We're not just a body. So keep saying that to yourself. I am a being of light. I am a light being, a being of light. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you very much. Namaste. Much love.